Good evening and welcome to Four Pines Park here in Manly. Game 2, Tuesday night action. Top of the table clash. It's the Manly Seagulls taking on the South Sydney Rabbitohs. The Seagulls at home looking to their key players to continue their stride toward a possible Premiership finals berth. While the Rabbitohs, 2 from 2 to start the season, will be thinking just the same. Now's the time to make a statement early in the season. These two sides are Premiership favourites at the moment. A couple of key players for both sides. For the Rabbitohs, Liam Ryan, Thomas Mendonca, Aaron O'Hare, Rex Slattery, Isaac Edwards, those sort of players need to step up. While for the Seagulls, Chaz Dingo, Matthew Harris, Kyle Lewis, Jesse Bennett, Bo Sadler, big players for Manly. In this game, as the game is underway, it's the Rabbitohs going right to left, their hands on the ball. First up, we hope you're looking forward to a big game. It's a packed crowd here in Manly tonight. Looking forward to the Bo Sadler versus Aaron O'Hare show. And will the real Liam Ryan please stand up? Had a pretty quiet start to the season in the number 1 jumper, Ryan. As his counterpart gets a good first touch, Dingo. Kick return up just outside the Rabbitohs 30. Not a great kick to end their first set there, giving Manly pretty good territory as Sadler runs from dummy half, finds good 10 metres up through the middle. Then Malachi Booth, his first touch in the SRL at dummy half. As Lewis takes it forward, 10 metres out here, the Seagulls a good opportunity in the opening couple of minutes. The Premiers hot on attack early on. Punch will play the ball. They go back to Lewis on the toe, but O'Hare does well to nullify that little grubber into the backfield. Rabbitohs coming off a good defensive effort last week against the Warriors, holding the Auckland side scoreless, 14 points to 0 at Mount Smart. While the Seagulls coming off a big win against the Panthers after both sides were pretty evenly spread after the first 40 minutes. It was the Seagulls who ran away with that one, 24 points to 6. As mentioned, both sides starting the season with 2 wins. But this game here tonight will be the defining game of the season to really see who has got the jump on another, as Harris gets a good short ball, the captain. Good support running there. Gets the offload away to Brad Goodwin as well. And the Seagulls all of a sudden back up to the Rabbitohs 20. Couple of players on debut down the bottom of your screen. Malachi Booth playing on the right edge for Manly. His first game in the SRL tonight. Tallis Rife for the Rabbitohs as the Seagulls get to their final. Lewis once again on the toe, and Daniel Punch running through has grabbed it off the deck and dotted down under the post for the first try of the game. Second try of the season for Daniel Punch. Starting in the number 10 jumper tonight, after coming off the bench in many of his previous games. And that's a good first touch for the young prop forward for Manly. Debuting back in season 2 as Kyle Lewis adds the extra 2s, and Manly out to an early lead here at home. As we see Liam Ryan with the ball on the tee, mentioned earlier on, Liam Ryan has been rather quiet in the opening couple of games of the season. As we've come to expect from many of the fullbacks in the SRL, their impact is often what sees points being scored. You'd have to say in general throughout the SRL this season, fullbacks have been relatively quiet. Eli Barnes, who was one of the leading line breakers last season, only averaging 4 line breaks in the opening 2 rounds. Chaz Dingo hasn't had a bad start to the season here for Manly. But Liam Ryan will be looking to have a big game against his former teammate. Obviously Ryan and Dingo lacing up together last season for the Rabbitohs, but Dingo making that shift back to Manly. Rejoining the club that he played in for season 1. But it's Ryan who will set it up centre field. Tackle 3 for the Rabbitohs as they find Jake Tuss running a good inside channel. Just inside the Manly 30 they go. To the far wing of Mendonca. Almost getting away from Chapman Keaney, who does well. Just to drag him down inside the Manly 20. Final tackle. O'Hare on the toe, picking it up's Remy. But the Manly defence swarms. And they take him down well. So hand over to the Seagulls. He's held there. 1, release. 6 wins in a row for the Seagulls. And a rich reign of form at the moment. After Kane Chapman Keaney led them to their first premiership last season. Handed the reins over to Matthew Harris, who has continued this dynasty that is starting to be formed. At Brookvale Edwards has come away with it against the run of play. Isaac Edwards chopped down just before the line and he's knocked it on. Good tackle, was it Chaz Dingo? A try-saving tackle on Isaac Edwards. And we've seen that before in the SRL. Players just losing control as they're going over the line. So desperation from the Seagulls, but disappointment for Edwards, who just didn't have the speed to get away from the chasing Manly defence. So Jackson Ellison taking it forward. Another player looking for a big game tonight. 6 runs for 22 metres last week for the Kangaroo skipper. As the Seagulls have given it away here. Slattery comes away with it. So both sides giving away possession of the ball early in this one. 13 minutes gone. It's the Seagulls up 6 points to 0, but they've just given away a penalty inside their own half. Edwards will look to find the sideline. So not something we've come to see from Manly, giving away penalties in their own half. Saw Matthew Harris having a quick word to the boys before they restart. Collins on the first touchline. Jai Collins through the gap, and the skipper scores on the left-hand touchline. What a try, Jai Collins. Dingo came across the cover but couldn't stop him. And the Rabbitohs skipper strikes back. Doesn't make it easy for Liam Ryan. Collins' second try of the season. His 4th in the SRL as Ryan starts it from the right, hoping for it to come back. It doesn't. Unsuccessful. But the Rabbitohs, a much needed strike back. But good speed showing from Jai Collins. Has spent a lot of time playing in the centres for the Rabbitohs over the last couple of seasons. Couple of games in the second row. Only really dabbled in the second row, to be fair. But looks to be finding himself on that left wing here in season 3.
He's held there. Held 2.
Ran for 239 metres last week.
3 back with me. Held.
That's a PB for Collins, so signs are looking good for the Rabbitohs skipper.
He's held there.
Playing in the number 5 jumper. As Logan Guys gets a good flat pass. Metres up through the middle for the former Warriors second rower. Taken down on the Manly 30. Final tackle, O'Hare goes to Edwards, who punches it down to the winger Chapman Kenny. He'll bring it back hard. Can't get away from Edwards, who chases well.
Release.
Had Laumu in support, but Edwards has given away a penalty here. So tip for tat with the penalties at the moment, as Lewis has a rather sharp angle to work with and puts it at around about the 40-metre mark. So as mentioned, Jai Collins running for 239 metres last week.
1. Release. He's held there.
Four line breaks as well. Isaac Edwards had another good game for the Rabbitohs, and
2. Hands away.
during the week was selected for Origin. Was, you have to say, a deserved selection for Isaac Edwards. 2 assists last week for the South Sydney. Ash Crutcher, his halves partner, also finding selection for New South Wales. As Booth takes it forward on debut tonight, Malachi Booth in the number 4 jumper. So 15 metres out, the Seagulls. Final tackle as Harris puts it high. A little bit too deep as Ryan collects it with no real pressure coming down on him.
He's held there. Get off him.
Secure at the back at the moment is Ryan. That's Remy
2.
charging it forward, transferring from the Panthers in the off-season, Mason Remy.
He's held there. 3.
Linking up with Rick Slattery for the Rabbitohs. You add in Jake Tuss, the Rabbitohs really do have one of the biggest forward packs in the competition. And they like to utilise them as well, as Laumu takes it forward. He could almost play in the second row himself. The big hard running centre 3/4. Edwards once again punching it deep to the wing of Chapman Kenny. Dangerous on attack, Chapman Kenny breaking through the line. No one in front of him. Too much speed for Kane Chapman Kenny under the posts. And the Seagulls strike back with their second of the evening. Dangerous on returns, the former skipper. A quiet game last week against the Panthers, but he's got one early here tonight. And don't the home crowd love it? Everyone on their feet for that one. As Lewis out in front will have no problem, sends it high up over the stadium walls. So 20 minutes gone. It's the Seagulls up 12 points to 4 at the moment. So as we see Ryan get the game back underway, we've touched on some of those key players for the Rabbitohs, Liam Ryan being one of them. Another being Thomas Mendonca, playing on this left wing here tonight for South Sydney. Again was selected for Origin earlier in the week. He showed glimpses of form this season, but hasn't really captivated us like he did in season 2.
Held. 4. Hold the 10.
As Lewis goes flat to Dingo, decides to give it to Butterfield. Josh Butterfield charges forward in a good line. Hits the outside shoulder of Isaac Edwards, who takes him down on the Manly 40. Edwards playing well so far. Harris to kick, down to the wing of Mendonca this time.
That's 1. Move.
So Matthew Harris has started this game with a couple of kicks. A muck up at the play of the ball by the Rabbitohs. The old Butterfingers have come to them, and this is going to give the Seagulls an opportunity deep inside South Sydney's half.
Release.
As Sadler goes left to Bennett Butterfield, to Jesse Bennett charging it forward.
That's your second.
5 metres out, they stay left. Cut out past the Chapman Kenny, and he goes in for a double. Perenara signals to the spot. And the Seagulls go bang bang here at Pines Park. Running a good line, a cut-out pass to the winger. It was Mendonca who was caught on the outside. I'm not sure why he was on the outside of Chapman Kenny. I mean, there was no one on the outside of him. Lewis adds the extra 2, 18 points to 4. Back live here at 4 Pines Park. Tuesday night action in the Simulation Rugby League Premiership.
He's held there. 2. Hands away.
Game 2 after we saw the Cowboys come,
3. Back with me.
I guess you'd say, come from behind to beat the Panthers earlier on tonight.
Get back. Look at me.
Both sides scoring 2 tries apiece in the opening 20 minutes. And then the Panthers taking the lead late in the second half, but it was a Luka Moscow try that sealed it for the Cowboys. In the 77th minute, Cowboys getting the 2 points away from home. Their second win of the season.
He's held there.
While the Panthers fall to 0-3.
That's your second. Held.
Their worst start to a season.
3. Hands off. He's held
Tallis
there.
Rife with his first touch in the SRL.
4.
Making his debut off the bench after being brought into the side over the weekend.
1. Release. He's held there.
Taking the spot of Jai Mannering, who has departed the club. Another player who's departing the Rabbitohs next week is Jai McCartney, making his way to the Warriors.
3.
Warriors making
He's held there. Get up.
the first trade of that mid-season trade window,
Held. That's tackle 4. Hands off.
with Cameron Relentless heading over to South Sydney starting from round 4. Where will Cameron Relentless fit in? That'll be the question. As Lewis puts it high for the wing of Chapman Kenny. Oldfield comes through. Pushing towards the line. Maverick Oldfield inches short. But good defence from the Rabbitohs. Hold him out. But the Seagulls continuing to apply pressure
He's held there. 1. Release.
towards the wing of Chapman Kenny and Thomas Mendonca.
2. On the keep going.
So yes, Cameron Relentless moving to South Sydney from round 4.
3.
Be interesting to see where he slots in to the side, whether he manages to get a starting position. Obviously an Origin representative player selected by Queensland during the week. But you look at their forward pack of Jake Tuss, Rex Slattery, Mason Remy. Got Drake Dranigan, who's had a pretty good start to his SRL career, playing in the second row tonight. Logan Guys.
3 hands away. He's held there.
Big decisions for Jai Collins and his leadership team.
4. Get back. Look at me.
18 points to 4 here at 4 Pines Park. It's the Seagulls. The 14-point lead at the moment. 8 minutes until half-time. It's Lewis once again pressuring that corner of Thomas Mendonca, who manages to get away
He's tackle 1. He's held there.
from that first line of defence. I couldn't see who it was. I thought it was Will Kay for a moment, but Kay is still on the bench.
Held. 2.
Set to come on at half-time. Dranigan, there he is. Just talking about Drake Dranigan earlier on, playing in the second row tonight. Ellis Rife, his second touch. There's a good one. Up over the halfway line they go. Tuss, bring it forward. Big Jake Tuss. Looking to get his hands on the ball late in this first half. Have to say he's one player who really needs to step up for South Sydney. It's Clay. Backs away from one. Tyler Clay up against his former club. Taken down by Ryan, but not before he makes his way up to the halfway line as Malachi Booth jumps in at dummy half.
Up now. 2.
Allison will play the ball. They go to punch this time. That's Ben. His first touch in the SRL. Not to be confused with Daniel. Both brothers playing in the SRL for the first time here tonight. As Sadler will go back to Lewis on the final, and they've given away a penalty here, Manly. Lewis just got caught in behind his blocker. Looks like he tried to change the angle of the kick at the last minute and didn't see. I think it was Jackson Ellison. Or it could have been Jesse Bennett who got in the way.
That's his second. He's held there. Let him go.
So just inside the Manly half they go as Edwards
Right, that's the third. Held.
spots a gap and takes it. Taken down. And a good tackle. Laumu this time.
4.
Trying to jink his way through. Can't do so. It's Sadler who takes him down. They spread it wide this time to Crutcher.
Held. 5. Hold.
It's the Kangaroo skipper, Jackson Ellison, taking him down. Good defence here from the Seagulls as Tuss puts it on the toe. Ryan through the middle. And just like that, Liam Ryan, what a call. They weren't expecting Tuss to put it through, but Ryan called it. And the Rabbitohs strike back just before half-time. You could see Ryan calling for it. The early play, Manly defence caught out on the inside. And a much needed try for South Sydney as half-time approaches. Successful from out in front for Liam Ryan. 18 points to 10 here at 4 Pines Park. 2.5 minutes remaining until half-time. Of course, these two sides have met in the past, most notably in last season's grand final, where the Seagulls just outclassed South Sydney and Won that one in a big way.
That's one. Move. He's held there.
It was actually the Rabbitohs Rabbitohs and Manly actually met in round 1, season 2.
Held 2.
It was the Rabbitohs who won that game 36 points to 34. It's got the record of the highest scoring game in the SRL.
He's held there. 3 markers locked
And
in.
the only other time they met was back in season 1, when the Rabbitohs won that game as well, 24 points to 12. 2 tries to Aaron O'Hare in that game.
He's held there. 5 markers lock in.
So a good set here for South Sydney after that try to Liam Ryan. They go down to the wing of Chapman Kenny once again.
1.
But a good chase on him by number 4, Jason Laumu. Laumu's played well
On the keep going.
so far tonight, obviously. As halftime siren sounds. 18 points to 10. It's Manly in front at the moment. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back to 4 Pines Park for this clash between the Seagulls and the Rabbitohs. 2 teams unbeaten to start season 3. But it's the Seagulls at front at half-time, 3 tries to 2, up 18 points to 10.
Here's tackle 1. He's held there.
And it was a good first half from both sides. The Rabbitohs scoring just before half-time through Liam Ryan. And that will give them a ton of confidence going into this final 40 minutes. And that was a big try as well. They desperately needed that try from Ryan.
Tackle 4, hands off.
Looks like a couple of players have made their way onto the park as well. Joshua Blackburn has come on for Malachi Booth. And Will Kay on for Kyle Lewis.
1, release.
While for the Rabbitohs, Dawson Swarm
Hands away.
looks to be on for Jason Laumu. And Jai McCartney, who looks to be donning a new hairdo. You can see him down the bottom of the screen. The long hair with the ball now. Jai McCartney has grown his hair out and he's got a headband. He's put on a bit of kgs as well. He's looking rather big. He's come on for Jake Tuss. So he's off to the Warriors after this game. It's his last game for South Sydney. As mentioned in the first half, Cameron Relentless has been swapped with Jai McCartney. Josh Blackburn has made his way on for Manly as well. So he's come on from Malachi Booth in the centres, but you have to say that Joshua Blackburn is really pushing for a start at the moment. 14 runs for 105 metres last week. 2 line breaks as well. He's really starting to find his way in though, and he's got a lot of competition around him with, you know, the likes of Jesse Bennett, who's really come a long way in just his second season. Jackson Allison arriving in the off-season. So it's the Rabbitohs with the ball. A mistake from Manly on that last tackle as Rife goes through the middle and a player taken out without the ball. Looks like it was O'Shea Olay taken out without the ball. Jai Collins is absolutely fuming from the sideline, looking at referee Rasmussen and Perenara. The play on is the call as Crutcher tucks it under the wing and takes it up to the 10. So final tackle now. A little bit of confusion as Rife takes it forward. Busts through one on the toe. Tallis Rife gets the kick away. Clay covering at the back. But Tallis Rife, that was a run and a half. And he got the kick away. So heart in the mouth stuff for South Sydney. But the same could be said for Manly as Clay takes it forward. His second run of the set.
He's held there. 4. Move. Held.
Rife has been busy in his opening game here in the SRL. He's had 7 touches already in the opening 50 minutes, and that one was arguably his best.
Let him go.
That's O'Shea Olay taking it forward, just shy of the South Sydney 40 as they go through the hands. This time it's Logan Guys taking it up into contact. Short side they stayed. Donker had Edwards on his inside. As Guys gets the offload to O'Hare. Good support play from the little hooker. Up to the Manly 20 they go. Slow play the ball from O'Hare. Looks to be holding his shoulder. So we'll keep an eye on that as Aaron O'Hare looks to be getting a little bit of treatment in the backfield. Tyler Clay, another run up that far touchline for the South Sydney winger.
He's held there. 2.
They go to Harris this time.
Held. Clear him. 3. Back to 10.
Sadler goes to Bennett, and that's a forward pass. Unforced error from Manly. Bennett just slightly overrunning that one. And opening the door for South Sydney on the halfway line is McCartney. We'll give it to Ryan to restart.
Right. Here's tackle 1. He's held there.
It does look as though Manly are yet to make their interchanges. As Booth does still look to be
Held 2.
up near the top of the screen there on that right edge. Dranigan taking it forward.
3. Back with me.
They stay short side, do the Rabbitohs as Collins gets through the middle.
He's held there.
Gets away from Oldfield. And a good quick play the ball as well. So the Bunnies, about 19 metres out. Final tackle, they'll look for Edwards. In fact, they go to Crutcher, who puts it high. Testing kick for Clay, but he does well with Rabbitohs players chasing down on him.
2 hands away. Held.
Good start to the second half so far from Tyler Clay. Spoke to him earlier in the week. Was saying that he has settled in well to the Manly environment. Feels like it's been one of the best switches that he's made in his career after spending the first 2 seasons at the Rabbitohs. As Ryan breaks through the middle, gets away from a couple of would-be Manly tacklers. Eventually it's Bo Sadler who takes him down. But Liam Ryan, one of those trademark runs we've seen so many times.
He's held there. That's your second.
As they stay short side to McCartney. Always hard to take down Jai McCartney. What a good pickup for the Warriors. Not the smallest half you'll ever see. But he's a great distributor of the ball as he goes to Dranigan this time, who's charged the forward. Up inside the Manly 10, about 6 metres out. Final tackle to Crutcher, on the toe to Ryan. Liam Ryan almost taken down, and he is by the big Manly forwards. It's Slattery. Sorry, it was Sadler.
That's one. Move.
And Goodwin. Apologies, not Slattery, Goodwin. As Dingo looks to find a bit of space. He's been covered well so far in this game tonight. Rabbitohs have done their due diligence on their former teammate. Punch up to the halfway line. Sadler gets a good quick play the ball. Flat to Goodwin on the charge up through the middle. The big ranging front rower. So final tackle, good defence from the Rabbitohs has kept Manly up to the halfway line as Lewis has found a bit of grass. The Rabbitohs have let it bounce, and in fact they've touched it and they've stepped outside the dead ball line, and they will be forced to restart from a line dropout. So a little bit lazy there. Out the back for the Rabbitohs. It looks like it was Thomas Mendonca or possibly Jason Laumu, hoping the ball was going to go over the back of the in goal, that it didn't. Had a wicked bounce on it. And forced to play it is Chapman Kenny. Will set it up. It's the Seagulls with an opportunity here as Lewis goes flat, cut out pass to Goodwin. Another good charge from Brad Goodwin. 3 metres out, Sadler goes short side to Bennett. Back on the inside, Jesse Bennett, hard to stop. But the Rabbitohs have done well. So final tackle, they'll go back to Lewis on the toe. Cole Lewis coming through as Butterfield. And Joshua Butterfield goes in for Manly's 3rd try. His first of the season. In fact, it's his first in his career, Joshua Butterfield. The bouncer just popped up right up into the breadbasket. O'Hare was coming across. Ryan was stuck in the in goal. And the Seagulls faithful, well, they are standing and applauding. So Dingo from out in front looks to have the kicking duties in the second half. Welcome back to 4 Pines Park. Game 2, Tuesday night action on the SRL YouTube channel. If you're watching the Simulation Rugby League Premiership for the first time, well, you are in the right place. Head to the link in the description, join our Discord, and sign up to be the player. 3 rounds into season 3. A big announcement set for Thursday this week. After the conclusion of round 3, a new sponsor coming into partnership with the SRL.
That's one. Move.
Something which could be an absolute game changer to the way this competition runs. So if you haven't joined, I suggest you do so as soon as possible. So our first try to Joshua Butterfield, his second season in the SRL, transferring from the Panthers to Manly to start season 3. A lot of discussions obviously in the off season with Joshua Butterfield joining Manly along with Will Kay, who looks like he's on the park now, along with Kyle Lewis. 3 quality 5/8s, well, quality halves. And it's Kyle Lewis and Josh Butterfield who have got those 2 positions at the moment. But Will Kay, as mentioned, he was approached by the Warriors during the week, turned down the offer to stay at Manly. As we see Kay put up a kick, his first kick of the game. Not a bad one either. Had Chapman Kenny coming through. Mendonca gets up well and diffuses that one, but Chapman Kenny coming through. Good kick from Will Kay. Right on the money straight away.
He's held there. Move it. 2.
Olay to Dranigan. Another player who's fresh into the SRL, Drake Dranigan, has impressed in his 2 games so far. Last week running 21 runs for 125 metres. One of the standouts for the Rabbitohs. But he will be one player who will come under pressure with the acquisition of Cameron Relentless starting round 4. And we could see a few reshuffles. Another option is Logan Guys shifting back out into the centres. Has played in the centres for the Rabbitohs in the past. And that would open up one of the second row berths for someone like Drake Dranigan or Cameron Relentless.
Hands off. Hill. Up now.
As Butterfield takes it forward, looking to get a lot more involved over the last couple of games as Kay tries to put, I think it was Maverick Oldfield through the gap, but it looks like Ash Crutcher was the one stuck out his foot, and it worked, and the Rabbitohs have come away with it. As mentioned earlier on, the Seagulls 6 wins in a row. Their last loss was against the Raiders back in round 4, season 2. Matthew Harris and Kane Chapman Kenny have certainly built quite a club. As we see Chapman Kenny grab the ball, and he's got a foot and touch. Excuse me. Just the faintest, possibly the shoelace, just touching the white chalk there of Chapman Kenny. So a big opportunity for the Rabbitohs. Counting down, 10 minutes remaining here at 4 Pines Park as Cutler tries to charge onto that long ball from Ryan McCartney, and a forward pass to McCartney. So an unforced error from the Rabbitohs while they're hard on attack. And that could be a big turning point in this one.
Release. Hill. Let him up.
That's Creed Alex Chapman. He's on the park. First touch of the game. As Dingo gets on the outside of Collins. He's had a quiet game tonight, Chaz Dingo. Liam Ryan's had his moments, but it's been a battle of the forwards so far as Alex Chapman takes a good run up through the middle once again. Sadler, good quick play the ball to Harris. The captain charging onto it well. In fact, that was the final tackle. So both sides unable to get to the end of their sets the way they would have liked it. As McCartney takes it forward. So 7.5 minutes remaining. It's the Seagulls. A 14-point lead at the moment. The Rabbitohs need to score 3 times. Edwards gets through one. He's given it away though. Looking for the offload and finds Ellison. After that good little half break from the little 5'8".
Right, that's a third.
Ellison once again charging it forward.
Get back, look at me.
Still trying to find the form that he had in season 1. Jackson Ellison's K throws a dummy. Defence wasn't falling for it. On the final tackle, once again, it's Matthew Harris putting boots of ball to the wing of Collins. But a good chase on him by the Manly number 14. Creed Alexander Chapman, and they force Collins backwards as O'Hare runs it forward, palms off Harris. So the Rabbitohs needing to go 70 metres with 4.5 minutes remaining. In fact, you'd have to say at the feet would be almost impossible. And the Seagulls, their dynasty continuing. That's 3 in a row to start the season. And that's 7 wins on the trot for the Seagulls.
That's his second. He's held there.
After a disappointing season 1, coming into season 2 as Wooden Spoon favourites. And absolutely stunning the competition. Beating Parramatta in the semi-finals. Beating the Rabbitohs in the grand final. Winning their maiden premiership. And then starting season 3 with 3 decisive wins. And really stamping their mark of authority here at home. And you can hear their crowd in the background looking around at the moment. They are on their feet, left to right, everywhere I'm looking, the whole crowd on their feet A massive defensive effort from the Seagulls tonight.
He's held there.
The Rabbitohs, no slouches on attack,
Held 5.
but they have been kept at bay as Crutcher kicks for the final time to the wing of Tyler Clay.
He's held there. 1.
Met by a wall of Rabbitohs defence, but it doesn't matter. The Seagulls will take this one at home
2 hands
as the
away.
siren sounds in the background. 24 points to 10 winners, and they go top of the table outright to start the season 3-0, handing the Rabbitohs their first loss of the season. Four tries to 2. 2 of them to Kane Chapman-Kenny. Good completions from both sides. Only 2 errors, 2 sets not completed for the Seagulls. 3 for the Rabbitohs, but overall a good defensive set from both sides. But it was the Seagulls who were just too strong in the end. And that's the end of Tuesday night action in the SRL. It's been a good couple of games to start round 3. Yeah, we hope you join us again tomorrow night here on SRL TV for the remaining 2 games of round 3.